Hey everybody, this is Will hanging out here at the Yamaha booth looking at these beautiful drums. Matt, will you tell us what's new about this? What makes this kit so special?
Oh, so much makes this kit special. So
I'm excited.
So this is our flagship product. We really pulled all the stops when designing this kit.
Okay.
So this is the latest, just came out. What we've got here, some of the things that that are really going to set this apart from other drum sets, and that it's really great for live performances. One, you see the Hex Rack. This is Yamaha hardware. Yamaha is known for our hardware.
Yeah.
We do solid, dependable hardware, which is great. Another thing you're going to see is the wood finishes on this. So playing live, you want a drum with presence. You want something that really stands out on stage.
It looks like a drum. It's beautiful.
It does look like a drum, and a little scaled back. Obviously, we're not trying to be a drum set, but what we have here is we have real wood finish. You see up there on the stage, we've got it in the black forest finish. So one of the great things about the Dtx 10 that we're seeing here is you now have an option as a drummer. With this set here, it's got the textured cellular silicone head, so that's a TCS head. For me, an acoustic drummer, it's got a little bit more, I would say, natural feel, or something that feels a little bit more like an acoustic drum. But you can also get this with the mesh heads as well.
Okay.
So if that's what you're used to, and that's the playing surface you prefer, the mesh heads will give you a little bit more spring. The response is a little different. You can also tune them to your desired tension. So it's a great surface for that. Some other great things about this kit. With this new one, we also now have a 17-inch ride, which is fantastic. A little bit more playing surface. It also has that hit point detection, so you're really going to get the bell, the bow. It just sounds really incredible, very responsive. Some other incredible things about this that we're looking at, a lot of outputs. This one, the Dtx Pro X, is really meant for those live performances, that playing out. So you can, with splitters, you can get, I think, up to 12 outs on this thing. We've got left and right, as well as the individual outputs. You can add pads to it as well with the splitter, so if you want to add another floor tom, add another tom up top, you can do that, or add some additional cymbals. It's all right there. Another thing that's baked into this, once again, going back to my drumming and being acoustic based, I don't want to do a deep dive into any menus if I'm trying to change the settings. So right there, you can kind of see we've got this board here where it allows you to you can just quickly go in. I don't want to mess with this gentleman's line right now, but you can quickly go in, go into tuning, pick the instrument you want, and change the tuning on it right there on the fly, with just a quick of a button. You don't have to go in and mess with too many buttons.
And that's the way it should be on stage. I mean, we're not want to stare at lots of menus.
Just as easy as taking out your drum key and turning or putting a piece of tape on your drum head. It's right there. The muffling. You can even change the instruments. So I'm playing and I go, you know what? I need the cowbell. I just decided I want a little cowbell up top. Well, you can do that. You go to instrument quickly, put on the instrument you want, and boom, you've made those changes.
That's really cool.
And then once again, sending out, you've got your MIDI out. Everything you're going to need for performing live, for recording. This is an incredible kit. And the sound card on this, so the sounds that we did record, if you're not going to bring in your own sounds, you just want something that's plug and play and ready to go. The sounds on here were built, were recorded in an actual studio with real drummers, with real high-end drum sets. So these sounds are phenomenal. Now, if this kit is a little too out of your price range, I mean, this one with the TCS is going to come just north of $5,000 with the retail price. But the sounds that come out of this are the same sounds that are offered in our Dtx 8 drum set. So with the Dtx Pro Module, we'll walk over there too.
Let's check it out.
So with the Dtx Pro Module, you get the kit modifier, so you can quickly add effects, do all sorts of great changes to the drum set, but those sounds are the same. Now you're not going to get as many individual outs on this one. You got your left and right, but it still works for me for playing live. I actually use one in my live sets. I use it with an acoustic kit. If you want to add triggers, you could do that, or if you just want to add a few extra pads, so you can get in there and, hey, I want to play this set with some timpani or do something different. It brings a lot more to those live performances, right? Even like House of Worship, things like that. It's still a great set, looks great. You'll notice the Dtx 8 also has the same pads that are on that. So you also get the option on this drum set of having those real wood shells in the black forest finish or the real wood finish, and with the TCS or the mesh heads. So fantastic drum set.
Both of these sound like great solutions, whether you're hybrid drumming and adding electronics to your kit, or you're looking for something that's going to make managing volume easier in a house of worship scenario, small club scenario. And then just integrating this with DAWs with the MIDI out, the integration there is really powerful.
Yeah, we have a lot of our drummers, our electronic drummers. Some of them that are going to perform later today. You're going to see them. They've got Ableton up, or they've got everything up and ready to go, and they can just record in real time. And it's so easy for them to go in and play. And I know a lot of people are doing finger drumming, and that's great. But if you're a drummer, percussionist, and you really want to get that feel as you're doing it, nothing compares to laying down tracks the old-fashioned way. Right?
That's awesome. That's great. Well, I love it, Matt. Thank you so much for your time.
Did you want to hear about the E810, or is that?
Well, I'd like to hear about it, but I actually can't hear it because it's so silent, as I noticed. Yeah, let's check it out. I actually would love to. And I'm joking because we were standing here earlier, and someone's about to play it, and you can have a conversation at a normal level, like it's crazy.
And what you'll notice this year, different from different years, we're a little tighter space here at NAMM. We wanted to be really aware of our neighbors that are very close this year, so we're going for a low volume thing this year. You know, and that obviously lets us focus on our DTX. But look, at Yamaha, we're known for our acoustic products as well. So what you see here is our Tour custom drum set. This is a maple drum set that normally would sound fantastic if you were to just hear it.
Just to clarify, this is like a acoustic drum set.
This is an acoustic drum set. You could change the heads out, and it would, the heads that it comes with, and would really fill a room. I mean, this is a beautiful sounding warm drum set with maple plies. But what you see here is we've got the E810 module. Now, originally when the E810 came out, the idea was, we know drums, we know sound, we got, you look around, we got pro audio, we've got all these great capabilities of Yamaha. So we built this microphone system that really gives you a module. So there's two components: the module, which allows you to add effects to your drum set, to miking, to get all sorts of great sounds, reverb, all that stuff baked in, and then there's a drum trigger that picks up the rest of the sound from the drum set. What we discovered after playing it, hey, if you add some mesh pads, some triggers to it, some low volume cymbals, you've got a quiet practice setup on your own drum set. You don't have to go out and buy a new electronic drum set. You've got a low volume setup. You throw the headphones on, and you get all that great sound come through. So
that's amazing.
Yeah, and then if you're ready to hit a show, you put your heads back on, you take that E810. You can use it as a monitor, so you get the sound, so you're not listening to all that other, the rest of the band bleeding through. You can actually hear your drums for a change, or you can send it to front of house and, mic it the way you want, add the sounds you want, the effects you want, and it's all right there for you.
That's amazing. So breaking this down for the viewers, we have the heads that we can add to our kit. Is that correct?
Yeah.
The silent heads. We have these awesome cymbals. And then we have this module here with the triggers, and you said microphones. Is that correct?
Well, no, the triggers will be it. There's a mic baked in. So when you buy the E810 alone in the package, all you get is the module and that kick trigger, and that's all you need to mic your drum set.
That's crazy.
And then you add some things on, and you get a low volume setup.
That's amazing.
Another thing you see here is we have it with the Hw3 Lightweight Hardware. The viewers, you at home or on your phone, you're not going to realize how light that is, but when you get the cymbal stands and you get your hi-hat stand and your snare stand all in one bag, it's about 17 pounds.
Wow.
Now for me, a drummer lugging gear in and out of shows, it's back-breaking,
Yeah.
it's a lot of work. If I've got a quick show I got to get in and out of, that Hw3 is a lifesaver.
Anything that can help saving your back.
And it's super sturdy, and it really it doesn't detract from the sound. And actually, we have a lot of drummers that say it really lets the cymbals breathe.
Yeah.
So it's a fantastic solution.
That's amazing. I love this. Well, this definitely seems like a great solution for people practicing. The integration with that to use live as well too seems really, really good. That's awesome. Well, Matt, thank you again for all the stuff. This is great. If you're a drummer watching this, make sure to check out all the stuff Yamaha has. If you're a worship leader watching this, House of Worship, there's some really great solutions here. So make sure you check out everything Yamaha has to offer. If you want to see the rest of our NAMM 2022 coverage, make sure to click the link in the description of this video. Matt, thanks for hanging out. Thank you for watching this. We'll see you on the next one. Bye, everybody.